Welcome to Synthetic Oil Protection. I'm your host Eben, and well, we're back with another exciting oil change on, well, a classic car. I'm sure you've all seen the 59 Putty Cat. Now we got a Chevy, and we got Frank with his Chevy. He's going to tell you what year and model it is. Frank, what is this sucker?
Cheers, Eben.
Cheers.
It's a 1972 3/4 ton camper special, custom deluxe with a tow package, factory air. Wow. First year with the front disc brakes and every option that they had on the truck at that time. With an original 402,
wow,
the 400 turbo automatic transmission.
Love it.
Known as the tank of the industry. And yeah, she cruises down the road on Saturdays to the park.
I love it. So we're going to aim to increase the compression 15% by doing the engine flush. And this is just a guess. I've done this in my Cadillac. So we're going to put this in. We're going to idle it for 15 minutes. It's going to loosen up and get all this carbon around the rings, around the oil cooler ports, any type of sludge around the timing chain. A lot of people don't realize how much crusty, gritty sludge goes around that timing chain. And if that's there, sealing oil out, the oil can't get in. You get a stretched timing chain, your timing goes off, you lose power, you lose, power to the rear wheels. That's what we're aiming for, rear wheel power. So we're gonna put this in, we're gonna put in our PI cleaner, grab that, Frank, and bring it over, show them what that PI is, bring the bottle over.
Gasoline performance improver.
And this is gonna clean the valves, it's gonna clean all that carbon inside the combustion chamber, and a lot of people don't realize how much of that carbon builds up because the fuel doesn't atomize completely. So when the fuel doesn't atomize, only half of the fuel burns. You get this residue that gets left over. What do? You're basically choking your car, like choking a chicken. So we're gonna get rid of all that chicken grease in there. Well, let's kick it off. All right, so we're gonna get a little audio of what the engine sounds before and after. And you're gonna hear it right now. Here we go. I'm giving you the meat and potatoes up front. Here's the before. Frank is sticking it in. The funnel goes in first and then the flush. And it's this very, very, very thin detergent. And I always get a lot of questions with the flush. Eben, will it wreck the car? Will it hurt it? Will it make it leak? Not at all. The only way it could leak is if it's already cracked. And if the gasket's cracked and there's sludge holding it up, it potentially could leak a little bit more. But as long as you don't have any problems with the motor, not going to cause any leaks, not going to damage any gaskets or nothing like that. So now that it's in, we're going to pop our cute little cork back on, and then we're going to idle her for 15 minutes. All right, Frank's putting in the PI Performance Improver. Now, even on a carbureted direct injection, fuel injection, port fuel injection, it's all going to help. It's going to clean those valves, and it's also going to help the injectors if you have an injected car. And this goes in every 4,000 miles or 100 idling hours. And you'll be surprised at the performance difference. A lot smoother, you'll have less knock, less pinging. And now we'll give you a little example. Say you have injectors. You have injectors that atomize like this beautiful stream. Well, if you go the other way and you clog the injector, you're gonna have this straight stream. Well, the straight stream, when it shoots straight, it's basically going right by the spark. And when the fuel goes by the spark and it doesn't ignite, you don't have the power. You don't have that clean burn and the more carbon that builds up. So you definitely want to clean that injector so it atomizes and mists. You don't want it to shoot straight. 3, 2, 1.
Turn that damn thing off.
Gah! All right, we're gonna let that sucker idle for 15 minutes. Time to go ahead and drain her down. So we're here with Frank, and Frank's gonna ask a good question. What was that question, Frank?
You're talking about taking the oil filter off after 1,000 miles.
Yep.
To trade it out after the flush, which seems like a good idea. But aren't I going to lose all my oil if I take the filter out right now, like I'm doing?
That's an excellent question. So even if you take off that filter right now, only about 1/3 of a quart will come out. So Frank's going to start wrenching and taking that filter out.
Oh, that's because you got to take out the plug to drain everything. This only lets a little bit of oil out.
Yep, so we're going to show that, and we actually did a 25,000 mile oil change on the channel, and only a little bit comes out, so it's going to start leaking. You can grab your bin.
Oh, push it over.
Good.
You go.
Good. So it's leaking nice. He's got the good thick rubbers on. Is it too hot or are you good?
I'm good.
Good.
Let's just get it off of there. Look at that. It's on the tailpipe and it's not burning.
And just hold it. Don't let it drop. So he's getting in there. And believe it or not, we've actually done, you can just set the filter in there then. Just set it in. Perfect. So you see what was that, about 1/4 of a quart?
Yeah, not too much.
And
again, you are correct.
Yeah, so that...
But there's no way of getting that off without having oil on the tailpipe, so
exactly.
I guess we'll be looking for a little smoke headed out of here.
Of course, of course. So there we go. And I wanted to let everyone know, too, we flushed the kitty cat now 3 times. So that's my 59 kitty cat over there. And you'll see that right up here in the corner. Check out that playlist on it. We've done 3 flushes. We power foamed it. We've run all the cleaners through it. And it's the real deal. So now we're going to drop the entire nuts. Ready to drop the nuts. So what are we doing? We're going to crack it loose. Get this oil pan out of Frank's way. He's got the big old breaker bar on it. And give you a little light. And it's a little teeny weeny Mickey Mouse 5/8, I think. Or what is it, 11/16?
Yep.
So you got it cracked.
Yep.
And now we'll use the little teeny weeny one here to finish her off. And then we'll get this out of there for him. And then you're going to see the lube flow. He's going to crack it with that. And we call this the liquid charcoal. The beautiful liquid gold goes in and the liquid charcoal comes out. And there she blows. You see it comes out like water.
Yeah, that is.
Looks like
lost all its viscosity.
Yeah, looks like steel. It's like black charcoal steel coming out. So all those deposits around the rings, around the timing chain, the oil cooler, a lot of that stuff came out. Now, keep in mind, not all of it does come out. That 15 minutes just simply isn't enough to get it all out. And that's why we've done 3 engine flushes on the Putty Cat. And, you know, we always say she's hard to get. But, hey, if you had an inch of sludge at the bottom of your oil pan, you'd play hard to get too. So check out that video after 61 years on this little sucker, what that sludge at the bottom of the pan looks like. Check out that video. Film has become very, very thin. It's just barely dripping. And you'll see how it kind of delaminates that film. And that's how you know it's like water. You see that oil basically just looks like water dripping out. And that's how you know you got tons and tons of carbon out of there.
If my truck went through, it would probably... Not too much. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, that is good. That's real good. It's amazing how much that flush breaks up all that stuff. I get a lot of people, they ask, hey, is it gonna leave a clump that's gonna clog something? And not at all, it breaks it down. And actually most of it is in the old filter, which this is our old filter here, and all of it's in there. All right, Frank cracked open a nice virgin quart of the 100% synthetic liquid gold. Look at it flow, so pure, so clean. It's almost untouchable.
I'll put a little bit here to...
Yeah, and this is one of the favorite sayings on the channel. If it ain't messy, it ain't fun, and if it ain't fun, it ain't messy. That's why the wetter the better. You got to get it lubed up and wet. And I tell people if it's nice and wet, it's always one good shoy bet. So you're going to see Frank get in there. Yeah, that's about right. Frank's going to get in there. Now Frank's, yep, Frank's gone with one finger. That's his natural way to start. And that's natural because one finger won't offend at the beginning. So now Frank's gonna get down there. He's juggling cell phones. Did you get it nice and lubed?
Yes,
Still
sir.
looks a little bit dry. Is it good? All right. Good. Just making sure it's all nice and lubed up. Good. And everybody's got their way about going about it, so let it just happen. So here we go. Frank's getting in there. He's gonna thread her on. And we're getting things done. So she's still dripping. Believe it or not, we left her drip for a long time. And see if we can get a good angle on her here. Right there. Cool. So Frank's gonna thread her on the same way she came off. Beautiful. And once it touches, you go about 3/4 of a spin. So as soon as it touches, you go 3/4 and you're done. Just so it's firm.
Okay.
Perfect. That's good. You're good. All right, time to put the liquid gold in. Frank's got the honors of putting it in, and I'll give you the up close of what it looks like. The beautiful flow. And what this is 100% synthetic with high zinc and phosphorus. And what that zinc and phosphorus does is it protects the camshaft. It protects it because it's got a flat tappet cam. Basically, every time that sucker goes around, boom, 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 it nails the camshaft. So the only thing you have between that is a film. And the more complete that film is what makes the difference. So I actually have some cold flow videos on the channel. Check those out. I also show the difference between 100% synthetic and not 100% synthetic. Check that video up here in the corner. It shows kind of what mineral oil looks like and what this looks like. So it's a totally different molecular structure. So it's not like it's going to seal the rings a lot better. You're going to have a lot less blow-by, less fuel contamination. By it sealing the rings, you have less motor oil going into the crankcase, or should I say fuel going into the crankcase. So we'll do 4.5 quarts, then we'll start it, and we'll see, we'll check our dipstick level. All right, we're getting ready to start her up in a second, but first, we're gonna put in the upper cylinder lubricant. Really push down hard, and then these are sometimes a stickler, beautiful. And this is gonna put a very thin film on the upper rings. Go ahead, shove it all the way in, you're good. It's going to put that film on the upper rings that don't get oil from the crankcase. So believe it or not, it's very important for sealing, and it'll help with fuel contamination going into your motor oil. So the ethanol, the high ethanol fuel really delaminates this oil. So it's very important to make sure you have as little fuel contamination as possible. So this oil is good for 2 years or 5,000 miles, whichever comes first. And that's without doing oil analysis. If you're running a fuel without ethanol, you could potentially go quite a bit longer. And actually the old technical bulletin on this was 10,000 miles. So this is comfortably good for the 10,000, which you'll see oil analysis where we've done lots of studies where we've done to, you know, oh my God, 80,000 miles. But all right, Frank,
ready?
Let's motor her up. Our first start up with AMSOIL. Listen how quiet that. That's amazing. Wow. That's something. We're going to go test drive this little angel, but I want to do a quick recap of everything we did to her to get her to sound this way and run this smooth. We did the PI cleaner, which cleans the valves, the injectors, and help them atomize, better power, smoother power delivery, and less blow-by. We got the 100% synthetic Z Rod, high zinc and phosphorus for flat tappet cams. Check out the video up here on the Chevy Bel Air. When we got the upper cylinder lubricant, this keeps from ethanol separation. You get a lot of moisture. You can get a lot of white calcium deposits if you don't have a stabilizer in your fuel, especially on a classic car. This has that in it, which is going to really help. And then the upper cylinder, by lubricating that upper ring, you're going to have less blow-by fuel contamination into your motor oil. So that's definitely recommended. And now we're going to go racing around the block. If you're new to the channel, subscribe right here in the corner. You can come back and watch gobs and gobs and gobs more videos like this later.
Sorry about that.
You're gonna love seeing more videos like this. It's lubes of fun. Woo! So we did it. We did it. We got her well lubed.
Yep, sounds good. Drive her for a little while, see how she feels.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. You notice anything with your oil pressure? Any difference with that?
Oh. I'll have to wait and see after we get going, but well, that's where it was on idle.
All right.
See what happens when we step on the gas a little bit.
So what was the inspiration?
Good.
What was the inspiration behind getting this little angel?
Just always been my favorite truck.
Wow.
Yeah, had one when I was a kid.
Wow.
And thought it'd be a good investment that I could drive around on Sunday afternoons.
I love it.
So there you go.
I love it.
I smile every time I look at it.
This thing is really like a brand new, it's literally like a brand new thing inside, just like my Cadillac. That's awesome.
Everything works.
That's amazing. Bow tie power, I love it.
Well, it's an old motor though. It doesn't have a whole lot of poop. Maybe I'll have a little bit more now.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. That's smooth. Wow. Wow. That thing's smooth. Holy cow.
All right. Hey, you ever check this place out?
Uh-huh.
This paddleball place?
Wow. That's pretty cool.
This is this guy's own sport.
It's a
that
monster.
he developed.
That's awesome.
You go in there and play paddleball the way he has it set up.
That's really cool. Yeah, Vegas has a lot of interesting business out here and a lot of creative people. Frank is actually one of the creatives. He creates a product for protection, believe it or not. This is one of our very first...
I think we're in the same business, man.
We're in the same bee's knees.
I'm protecting marble, you're protecting motors.
Yes, he protects marble, and you're welcome to tell him anything about it.
If you've got a marble countertop, you know the headaches that come with keeping it etch and stain free, and we provide a product that keeps marble looking fantastic and completely etch and stain free.
Wow.
It's the best way to live with beautiful marble. So use natural stone.
I love it.
Tough skin surface protection.
It's beautiful. Absolutely a dream. I've seen it, and it's hard to believe how shiny a surface could be that nice.
You want to have early lunch at the Green Cafe?
Yeah, sounds good. Let's do it.
All right. Punch her one more time. See what happens.
That's good. That's good. So how's she feel, Frank? Any differences? What do you notice?
That did feel pretty good.
What do you notice from before?
Smoother.
Smoother?
It's smoother.
Any difference in compression, or when you let off the gas, does it feel like it have better engine braking?
Do you think that I would notice that right off the bat?
Oh yeah. If you're in tune with driving it a lot, you'd notice it right away. But you don't know on the vehicle. You don't know how much carbon was in there.
Uh-huh. But as far as rolling, it feels like it's rolling down the hill pretty good.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So there we have it.
Yeah, I'm liking it. It feels good to take care of my baby. Thanks, Eben.
Yes, of course. You're the best, Frank. Thank you. You are the best.
All right, man.
All right. We'll see you back next time on Synthetic Oil Protection. Oh, remember, check out the videos here in the middle. That's on the Chevy Bel Air and the 59 Kitty Cat that takes the same oil we put in Frank's truck. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me anytime. All my contact information's in the description section. All you do is hit show more if you're on a laptop or desktop. If you're on a smartphone, you see the reverse down arrow. Whoop! It'll show all those links. And if you want to try those products, we had that recap where we showed everything that went in it. And if you use any of my links, I'll always be here for you. I'll be your AMSOIL dealer if you ever have any questions on the products. We'll see you back next time on Synthetic Oil Protection. Cheers. to protection, protection, protection.